All right, YouTubers, I'm going to show you how to take an old boombox and turn it into a radio and music source powered by 12-volt battery when you have a power outage. So you can listen to music and keep yourself from going crazy and listen to the radio. Most of these boomboxes use 8 batteries in this battery compartment. And if they use 8 batteries, if you look on the data plate, you'll see it says it can be powered by 12 volts. So you can get one of these 12-volt SLA batteries of any size. You can get ones that are bigger or smaller than this, but these are rechargeable. And if you keep a bunch of them around the house charged up at all times, you'll have plenty of 12-volt power during a power outage that you can use to run this boombox. You can use this, if you look at my other video on how to convert one of these batteries to an iPhone or a cell phone charger. But anyway, this thing uses 8 C-cell batteries. And like most of these devices that sat around for a long time, it got all corroded in there. And even if it wasn't corroded, I don't want to use C-cell batteries to power this thing during a power outage because I need to keep a lot of them around. It's much easier for me to have more power. I keep about 10 or 12 of these charged up at all times. So I'm not going to show you the build. I'm just going to tell you what to do. If you're an experienced DIYer, you know. You take this thing apart, and inside of there's a red and a black wire coming off of this battery board. So all you do is cut the red and black wire and splice it onto a externalized piece of wire that's as long as you want. And then, because I'm using these SLA batteries, I use these spade terminals that you can just hook right on there. And now my boombox is powered up.
Than the Word of God.
Right, and I think too, what I have found with myself and my clients is that there's no trying to change God to be.
This thing also has a CD player, and I found this thing in a guest house. It's been sitting there for 20 years, but the CD player works. I tested it before, and the radio works. I just showed you that. So if you got an old boombox, take it apart, find the red and black terminals where they come off of the battery thing inside of there, cut them, splice them to some externalized wire. Right inside of there, I drilled a little hole for this wire to pass through. And on the inside, I tied a loose overhand knot. And on the outside, I tied a loose overhand knot because I don't have a grommet. I don't have a good tight grommet for that. So to prevent the cord from getting yanked in and out, I just tied a loose knot on either side of that hole. And that'll secure that wire so it won't get pulled out. But there's your emergency music and radio, powered with a 12-volt SLA. If you want to, I may make this build a little nicer by securing both of these to some kind of board so that I can carry it all around together. And I may even put an inline on-off switch on the power cable here so I don't have to unplug it to cut the power off. Although it should be fine with the power cut off on the unit itself. I mean, it works that way when it's got onboard C-cells. You just cut the power off. But anyway, I might put an inline switch, or when I'm through that, I may just yank one terminal.